And how often do you think someone should look at your, like, I mean, should you be looking at obviously the stats of the website routinely, but like, I mean, is it something like every week, every month,
No, monthly. I
every
like
quarter?
monthly.
Okay.
So we, with a lot of our clients, and these are easy to do. So you don't need to hire a marketing firm to be able to do this. So
Hmm.
your website, regardless of what software you're using, you can stick Google Analytics on your website. You can use Google Looker Studio to create a report on your Google Analytics. So you don't have to just stare at Google Analytics and hope that you're figuring out the right report. But you can build a monthly report that then sends viewers, what devices they're on, what landing pages they go to, their engaged session, which pages have a higher bounce rate. Like having a monthly report where you're looking at those stats gives you the data to be able to make data-driven decisions on what needs to change on your website. And in that capacity, what needs to change in regards to your marketing messaging. That drives a lot of conversations, especially with our clients that we meet with on a monthly basis. Like that's where our minimum first 15, 20 minutes out of our monthly meetings is spent is analyzing their analytics from their website, because we use their website as the never stop working, doesn't close
Yeah.
lead generation tool for them.
Okay. So that's a primary importance then, is making
Mhm.
sure your website's up to date, it's engaging, it is easy, it is simple, and it does communicate a message of the kind of care that you give in your practice. And then the Google their Google page obviously needs to be built out similar to that, right? So that it is, it looks good, it's professional.
Hours. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So correct hours, having some photos on there. Oftentimes we'll run into clients that they actually don't post any of the photos on there. So it's completely what their clients or patients have posted. And sometimes those aren't photos that you want to be representative of you
Mhm.
and your business, but those are the only photos that are there, which makes that harder. So that Google business profile listing really plays such a huge role in, will someone click on your phone number or will they click on your competitor's phone number? Which actually opens up a really cool piece of what you asked me when we spoke last weekend of Google reviews. That
Oh,
plays a
yes.
huge role,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
That's huge. So when you think about what are people searching when they likely find your company? So for me, it's usually marketing agencies and then either near me or just marketing agencies. And then Google will auto find, hey, here's the ones that are closest to you that we've indexed that do well, right? Ta-da. But based off of how I'm doing on a review side of things, someone may not pick my firm. They may pick another that has more reviews or higher reviews, or they actually respond to the reviews. Like there's a whole side of that reputation management that gets done before somebody even clicks your website or calls your practice.
Hmm. Interesting. Okay. And I would say for most healthcare practices, having a lot of reviews is important, or is it the number, or is it the quality of the reviews and what people are saying,
Both.
as opposed to just leaving a rating?
Yep. So both. Ultimately, there's a couple of different pieces that play a role in algorithm, but then algorithm aside, what are people's buying behaviors, right? So buying behaviors, if you have a lot of reviews and most don't have content in it, it's just stars.
Yeah.
Oftentimes people are distrusting of if those reviews are farmed or things along those lines. So that's one thing to be mindful of. Two, if they're responding, so if the company is responding back to those reviews, ultimately plays a role as well. The number obviously will play a role. So somebody may pick a firm that has 1,000 reviews and is a 4.7 versus the 5-star review, but there's only 37. Right.
Mhm.
So that will play a role in buying decisions on that side as well. But it's a little bit of both, right? There's a lot of different nuances when it comes to treating reputation management appropriately through Google reviews. So there's no such thing as too many, right? There is the too many perfect, because again, that creates that distrust of their potentially farm. So it's not necessarily a bad thing to have bad reviews. The key is responding appropriately, so that you're giving an opportunity for that person that shared some distrust or dissatisfaction, an opportunity to talk about it. And that's really all that matters to the next person that sees it, because we're not expecting perfect. We all know there's no such thing as perfect, and you can't please everybody. So it's kind of okay to have some not so amazing reviews.
Yeah, just as long as you don't have too many.
Agreed.
I get your
The goal
I get your
is
point.
4.6 or higher is usually that star rating.
Yeah, and I gotta tell you right now, for me, it's like if people are like, they don't respond, it's a big turnoff for me. Like that to me is like one of the things that you can separate your business just by like getting into communication quickly with people and responding to their questions. And I mean, people are always going to want that, but
yeah,
I digress.
Yeah. And Google makes it so easy. You just assign an email address that gets all of those. So every time you get a review, good, bad, or otherwise, it can go to someone. So if business owner, you're too busy, which happens frequently, that's okay. Mm-hmm. Let's delegate this role so that they need to be responding. They get the notification, they know what the response is, and off we go. So it doesn't have to come from the owner. It just needs to get done.